Throughout One Championship's first decade, women's martial arts have reached new heights. Female fighters are some of One's biggest stars and have inspired a new generation of fans. Two of One's most popular women went head-to-head when Rika Ishige met Itsuki Hirata, and a new star was born.
Rika Ishige, the fastest knockout in one atomweight history.
Ishige became a fan favorite in the blink of an eye. The Thai tiny doll turned heads with her colorful cosplay walkouts and gutsy performances in the circle.
And now a little bit of ground and pound.
In a nation where martial arts had always been a man's world, Ishige gave her country a female hero at the highest level for the first time. That led her to a spot on the biggest show in martial arts history, 1 Century. But she was matched with the toughest opponent of her career.
Undefeated sensation out of Japan, Itsuki Hirata.
She is a nasty submission artist.
A few years after Ishige's one debut, Itsuki Hirata followed in her footsteps as one of the organization's breakout stars.
It's good night, Irene!
Her ambition was to represent Japan in judo, but a series of catastrophic knee injuries shattered her Olympic dreams. But judo's loss was mixed martial arts gain. Hirata entered the circle in 2019, where she maintained her perfect record and 100% finishing rate.
All could not do it. They could not stop this woman. She is magnificent.
She took on Ishige in Tokyo at 1 Century and put on a show for her home crowd.
Today we get to see how her grappling does. She's been struggling.
Oh, what a headline from Hirata! And it sends Ishige back onto the deck, and now it's a question of ground and pound. Ishige doing all she can with her legs to try and create distance, but she's not really achieving it. Well, there she is. She's got the legs up and pressing her opponent away, creating enough distance to stop those punches coming down, and now they're body to body. Gianni, what a start.
What a start. Right hand by Hirata drops Ishige. Now Ishige in the full guard. This is where we get to see her grappling. She's trying to lock up the arms of Hirata. Got an armbar. Armbar attempt here.
What a reversal this would be. Hirata looks fairly composed about it at the moment. She's got the positioning to eventually squeeze out. Hirata looking to do some damage perhaps with a knee. There you saw it, coming down on the forehead and then switching to the ground and pound.
Hard strikes. Ishige's looking for the, Hirata's looking for the key lock.
And again, Ishige pulls her opponent in close to limit the potential for strikes to the face. Just taking away that space with which her opponent can work. Approaching the halfway mark in what has been a pulsating opening first round.
Hirata
Again, the
here.
right hands.
He's gonna go to full mount.
And again, right hands doing all the damage from Hirata. Hammer blows and punches to the near side of the face as well. And again, Ishige wants to bring her in close and take away that room with which her opponent can work. And Ishige will be delighted to get to the break and have a bit of respite.
Great job by Ishige to use the underhook to sweep Hirata.
All of the ground game experience that Ishige can muster here seems to be being utilized in this opening 5 minutes.
This is what we wanted to see today. How Rika Ishige does with another grappler. Oh, wow, good job by Rika, but no, Pop slides off the top. And they exchange positions again. Hirata on top.
Both heads jammed against the side of the circle. Ishige still now with her back to canvas, just covering up, putting her chin down, trying to just minimize the target. But knee on belly, knee to side of the body there, just creating enough weight to keep Rika Ishige under control. Approaching the end of the round here. 3 5-minute rounds, Hirata against Rika Ishige, and we're done for the first 5 minutes. And we're into the second round of this contest. Much of it spent on the deck after Ishige was put down by a solid right hand, but they're back on their feet here.
Steve, earlier in the week, Rika said she wanted to take Hirata to the second and third round. Wanted to stay on the bike in the first and the second so that she tires out. She knows that Hirata's got the strength advantage and she wants to stay away from that.
You're absolutely right. She was looking at the long game, wasn't she, when she was discussing tactics with us earlier in the week. And she'll be comfortable. She'll be happy to be here, entering the second round, seeing if she can draw her opponent into the third and do the damage there. But another right hand from Hirata as she throws again. Gets caught with a left hand, Ishige. And there's 4 big punches now that have gone to the head. She gets caught on the chin again with a right hand. And it's all Ishige can do to move and stay out of range. Hirata looking for the big bomb, and she takes her down to the deck.
Hirata secures the takedown off that right hand. Ishige was taking some shots before this takedown here. Now Hirata's inside half guard, excuse me.
Half guard it is, and Ishige will certainly put that right hand around the back of her neck, as she did in the first round, to bring her in nice and close, reduce the space with which her opponent can work.
Steve, Hirata's got 2 key lock submission wins, and she's been hunting it since the first round.
Yeah, submission is the way that she wins her contest, and she's looking for that here. Very much at home, but you can see she's got explosive hands.
She's slowly trying to isolate the arm, the left arm of Rika.
She's looking at that left arm, and it's not looking comfortable.
She's cranking on it now.
It's looking bad. Ishige managed to just squirrel away round to take away the impact. And she's trying to get back to her feet now, but the constant pressure from above swirling around, the downward weight. Now, up kick, nice one, perfectly legal because Hirata is on her feet. Can't kick to the head of a grounded opponent. Those are damaging blows. The heel of the leg as you push it up there, and Ishige's very comfortable there trying to strike out. It's a question of whether Hirata can get inside that very offensive stance that she has with those heels poised for the up kick. What's the best way in there, Gianni?
There's a lot of ways you can do it, Steve. You can throw the legs across, you can step over them, but Rika did a good job to stand herself back up.
Well, the referee wants to see constant action for you guys at home, and he just felt that it had reached something of a lull, so he ordered Ishige back to her feet, and at the 2:16 mark of the second round, we're standing again.
Rika needs to start setting up those kicks because Hirata has caught them twice now and landed that counter right.
Little lump forming on the left-hand side of Rika Ishige's forehead, in part due to the big bombs that have been thrown when they're standing up, but Hirata's done well with the ground and pound as well, and that's another solid right hand that landed flush on the jaw, and down goes Ishige again.
Nice work by Hirata, another step through right hand to secure that takedown.
Thought about just jamming the feet into the hips to push her opponent away, but she's decided instead to just wrap herself around her opponent once more, but she hasn't shut the distance down, which she has managed to achieve previously. There's plenty of room now for Hirata to work. What can she do from here?
Hirata's controlling the arms of Ishige. That denies Ishige the opportunity to throw up submission. Hirata's comfortable here. She's gonna look for the key lock again.
It's a favorite move, isn't it? She's always looking for it. Ishige has to be careful of those upper limbs. Don't just leave them hanging out there because they're a target.
Nice job, Hirata, to move the legs past and pass herself to side control.
1 minute left of the second round. Side control, as you say. Ishige just turns her head away, but she now.
Hirata's trying to isolate the left arm of Ishige.
Right hand working hard for Hirata.
She wants to set up a possible scarf hold arm lock like we saw from Lito earlier.
The right hand still working hard from Hirata, looking to punish that face of the Thai woman.
Wow.
Oh, sweet move.
Nice. She's going to the Kimura
Looking
here.
very different.
Headlock Kimura.
The headlock's
That's
all
tight.
tied in. The arms under pressure. The tap comes, and Hirata takes it late in the second round. And it's another submission win for strong heart fighter Itsuki.